The post-credits sequence in Rick and Morty's Season 7 premiere is a compelling sequence that has a lot of potential. It captures the humor of the show and brings back memories of its previous seasons. This scene, which features a bizarre and hilariously violent lawnmower carnage, wonderfully captures the lively and lighthearted tone of the program. The brilliant post-credits scene, which foreshadows future humorous style alterations and a return to the show's intelligent humor, sets a positive tone for the rest of the season. The first episode of Rick and Morty's 7th season is a significant return for the show overall, but the post-credits sequence in this episode holds particular promise for the program's future trajectory. The season openers of Rick and Morty are usually a little strange. For instance, Mort Dinner Rick Ander, the opening episode of Season 5, introduced Mr. Nimbus in a clever way, but it ultimately suffered from an uneven tone, frequently hinting at a more somber and meaningful story that it was unable to fully deliver. However, Solyrix, the opening episode of Season 6, did not waste any time in introducing a dramatic and unexpected story that examined Rick's lethal retaliation against his rival Rick Prime. After the departure of former series star Justin Roiland, there were great hopes for Rick and Morty Season 7. The first episode, How Poopy Got His Poop Back, was under intense pressure to live up to the hype. But the return of the show goes above and above, as brilliantly demonstrated by the odd post-credits stinger. The plot of How Poopy Got His Poop Back continues where the Rick and Morty Season 6 finale stinger left off. It comes to light that Mr. Poopy Butthole was residing at the Smith residence until he was able to rebuild his life. But Rick's friend had remained too long, so Rick called Swanchy, Birdperson, Gurhead, and Gene in for an intervention. Unfortunately, as the Rick and Morty Season 7 teaser depicts, the intervention soon devolved into a tumultuous reunion. But it was Gene's lawnmower that turned out to be an unexpectedly important part of the funny conclusion to the tale. After realizing they required a sober member, the group reluctantly accepted Gene's participation in Mr. Poopy Butthole's intervention. But the evening took a terrible turn when Gene's lawnmower, left running, decimated his community and claimed lives. Tragically, a senior police officer who was superstitious lost his life trying to stop the lawnmower. The lawnmower eventually stopped quietly a few feet away. The entire thing was funny, strange, and reminded me of the simpler early seasons of Rick and Morty.